What if your energy, your confidence, and even your manhood weren't slipping away because of age, but because of something you're missing on your plate? What if one simple vitamin could restore not just your stamina, but also the spark in your most intimate moments? And what if I told you that the secret isn't locked inside a prescription bottle? It's right there in your kitchen? Hi, I'm Dr. Nana, and today on Senior Health Boost, we're diving into 3 essential vitamins every man over 60 needs to protect circulation, power up performance, and reclaim the vitality that still lives inside you. Your body feels heavier than it used to. Your drive has slowed. And in those important moments, when you need energy, confidence, and strength, sometimes nothing happens. It's as if your spark, your power as a man has slowly slipped away without you noticing. And most people will tell you that's just what happens when you turn 60. But what if they're wrong? If your bedroom feels quiet, if your stamina can't keep up, and if your muscles aren't firing the way they used to, the culprit may not be age at all. It might be something much simpler and far more fixable. Because when your body lacks key vitamins, everything from blood flow to testosterone to energy production can collapse like a house of cards. I'm Dr. Nana, and I've spent over 20 years helping men rebuild their strength, reclaim their confidence, and revive the fire in their relationships, all without risky medications. And I can tell you, the secret doesn't lie in a pill bottle. It lies in your daily routine and the food you eat each morning. Today, I'm revealing the 3 vitamins every man over 60 must know. Vitamins that fuel natural blood flow, help testosterone do its job, and keep that spark alive deep inside. And before you rush off to brew another cup of coffee, I need you to hear this. There's a common mistake men make with these vitamins, a mistake that could cancel out all your efforts and leave you stuck right where you are. But once you fix that mistake, the shift can happen as soon as tonight. If you're serious about reclaiming your performance, energy, and confidence, go ahead and tap the like button, subscribe to Senior Health Boost, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And while you're here, let me know in the comments, is this hitting home for you? Type 1 if yes, or O if not, and tell me how I can better support your journey. Alright, let's get started, beginning with a vitamin that's often overlooked but absolutely vital, vitamin C. This powerhouse gets brushed aside far too often. But as we age, especially if we spend more time indoors, our levels drop quickly. That decline doesn't just affect your immune system. It impacts your blood flow, energy, and yes, your ability to perform when it matters most. Let me share a story. Robert, a 67-year-old retired engineer, sat across from me with a heavy heart. Years ago, he could fix anything: cars, appliances, home projects. He had a spark, a drive that made him feel unstoppable. But lately, that drive was gone. He was tired all the time. He couldn't finish basic tasks without needing to sit down. But worse than the fatigue was how it crept into his marriage. After 4 decades with his wife Margaret, Robert found himself pulling away, not from lack of love, but from a deep sense that his body had failed him. "I feel like I'm disappointing her," he told me quietly, his eyes moist. "I want to be the man she deserves, but I can barely make it through the day." That pain, that feeling of letting someone down not because of choice, but because of weakness, is more common than many realize. And Robert isn't alone. Across the country, men over 60 are facing the same silent crisis. You've worked hard your whole life. You've cared for your family. And now, when you should be enjoying life, you feel drained, distant, and defeated. But here's the truth. It's not just the years that have passed. It's what's missing inside your body. And one thing that's often overlooked: vitamin C. Now, most people think of vitamin C as the thing you take when you're fighting a cold. But it's far more important than that, especially for men over 60. Vitamin C plays a critical role in building collagen, the very thing that keeps your arteries flexible and your blood flowing smoothly. It also protects your endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, a key player in ensuring nutrients reach your muscles and reproductive organs. Even more importantly, vitamin C helps preserve nitric oxide, a molecule your body needs to open up blood vessels. Without enough C, nitric oxide breaks down too fast, and your circulation suffers. That means less blood reaches the areas that matter most for your energy, your stamina, and your performance. In fact, research shows that vitamin C can improve blood flow in men with cardiovascular risks by up to 50%. That's not just a little bump, that's a game changer. Yet, here's the kicker: Around 7% of American adults are already low in vitamin C, and among men over 60, that number climbs even higher. Why? Because as we age, absorption drops, diets shift, and we stop getting the nutrients our bodies once handled so easily. Now, while the official daily minimum is just 90 milligrams of vitamin C, if you're aiming for better circulation and energy, you'll want to aim higher, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 milligrams daily. Why? Because the benefits go beyond just better blood flow. With the right amount of vitamin C, you're not just maintaining circulation, you're building a stronger heart, a steadier flow of blood, and a more energized body overall. It keeps your arteries relaxed, your pressure balanced, and your system working together in harmony, so you feel more stable, clear, and alive. And here's the best part. This is only the beginning. Next, we'll look at another key vitamin that works hand in hand with vitamin C, one that plays a direct role in boosting testosterone, energy metabolism, and muscle function as you age. So, are you ready to take the next step toward restoring your vitality? In our last section, we saw how vitamin C does more than fight off a cold. It energizes your body, sharpens your mind, and strengthens your bones. But now, we take it a step further. Because while vitamin C lays the foundation, there's another mineral that builds your house of vitality, and that's zinc. Let's start with what vitamin C continues to do inside your body. It doesn't just guard against sniffles. It regulates dangerous highs and lows in blood pressure, helping keep your heart beating strong and steady. That alone could protect you from life-altering cardiovascular events. But that's only the beginning. Vitamin C has remarkable effects on your brain. Its powerful antioxidant properties shield your brain cells from harmful free radicals, those unstable molecules that accelerate aging and damage neurons. The result? Sharper thinking, improved focus, and a significantly reduced risk of long-term memory problems. Think of vitamin C as a mental boost that keeps you fully present with your loved ones, engaged in your hobbies, and motivated in your everyday life. And it doesn't stop with your brain. Vitamin C plays a pivotal role in protecting your skeletal system, especially as you age. It helps preserve bone density, supporting the strength of your spine and the long bones in your legs, your femur, tibia, and fibula. That means greater stability, smoother movement, and reduced risk of falls or fractures that could threaten your independence. So, how can you bring more of this essential vitamin into your life? It begins, as always, with food. A colorful plate isn't just pleasing to the eye, it's a strategy for longevity. Fresh citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits, sweet strawberries, vibrant bell peppers, broccoli, and dark leafy greens such as kale and spinach. These foods provide a strong foundation, delivering about 90 milligrams of vitamin C per day. That's a great starting point. But if your goal is stronger circulation, more consistent energy, and long-term protection against oxidative stress, you might want to consider going further. A daily supplement in the range of 500 to 1,000 milligrams can create noticeable differences in how you feel, move, and think. Just ask Robert. For months, he felt like a shell of his former self, sluggish, foggy, disengaged. But after 3 months of consistent vitamin C support, everything changed. His energy returned, his circulation improved, and perhaps most importantly, the spark in his marriage reignited. Intimacy with his wife was no longer a memory from the past, it became part of their vibrant present. That reconnection gave him back more than physical vitality, it restored his confidence and his joy in life. But even Robert's story isn't the full picture. Because vitamin C, as powerful as it is only your first line of defense. It's the foundation but not the full structure of a resilient, energized, and fulfilled life after 60. There's another nutrient that deserves the spotlight next. Its role is critical. Its benefits are often underestimated. And when combined with vitamin C, it creates a powerhouse duo for male health. We're talking about zinc. Now, imagine building a legacy for decades, only to find yourself depleted when it matters most. That was Michael's story. At 63, Michael had built a respected career as a business consultant. His handshake still had strength. His voice still commanded boardrooms. But behind closed doors, things were falling apart. Mornings felt like a battle. Evenings left him empty. And in the bedroom, his confidence had vanished. Though his wife remained supportive, the tension in their 25-year marriage became hard to ignore. Michael said it felt like he had become a shadow of the man he once was. After months of frustration, fatigue that wouldn't lift, sleepless nights, and a sense of disconnection, he agreed to comprehensive lab testing. The results were clear. His serum zinc level was just 65 micrograms per deciliter, far below the healthy range. It was a silent deficiency, but it had stolen his strength from the inside out. And here's the shocking part. Michael's story isn't rare. It's incredibly common. Studies show that over half of men over 60 have below optimal levels of zinc. Even worse, up to 60% of seniors may suffer from full-blown clinical deficiency. This isn't just a small gap. It's a deep shortage with real consequences. A deficiency in zinc doesn't just leave you tired. It drains your stamina, it dulls your drive, and it sinks your mood. Many men chalk these changes up to getting older or too much stress, never realizing that a basic mineral might be the real culprit. Zinc is not just important, it's essential. It supports over 300 enzyme reactions in your body. That makes it a cornerstone of your entire physiology. From your testosterone to your immune system, from your energy levels to your sexual health, zinc is involved in it all. Let's break it down. Zinc is directly involved in testosterone production. It helps the testicles function properly and regulate hormone levels. When zinc levels drop, testosterone often. Zinc is also central to your energy metabolism. It helps your body process sugars and respond to insulin, keeping your energy levels stable. Without enough zinc, your stamina collapses and your mental clarity goes with it. Ever feel like you're in a fog that you just can't shake? Or like, your motivation disappears halfway through the day? Zinc deficiency could be the quiet reason behind those crashes. And it gets harder with age. As you grow older, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing zinc from the foods you eat. In fact, research shows that men over 60 absorb only about 17% of the zinc in their diet compared to nearly double that in younger men. Over time, this leads to chronic underabsorption. Year after year, your reserves shrink without you realizing it. What does that set you up for? Cardiovascular issues, cognitive decline, a fading sex life. The foundation slowly crumbles, and you start to feel like you're slipping away even though you're still alive, still here, still wanting to thrive. If you're like Michael, you may be wondering how to turn it all around. How do you go from drained and discouraged to re-energized and reconnected? It starts with identifying the deficiency, just like Michael did. A simple blood test can reveal where your zinc levels stand. But more importantly, it's about taking action. Replenishing your zinc through food and supplements can change everything. Zinc-rich foods include oysters, nature's zinc superfood, red meat, poultry, beans, lentils, seeds like pumpkin and sesame, and whole grains. But given the poor absorption rate as you age, food alone often isn't enough. That's why Dr. Nana recommends considering a zinc supplement, particularly one that contains zinc picolinate or zinc citrate forms known for their higher bioavailability. For many men, a daily dose of 15-30 mg is ideal, but the exact amount should always be personalized with guidance from your healthcare provider. As Michael started supplementing and adjusting his diet, the results didn't take long to appear. Within weeks, his morning energy returned, his mood stabilized, and slowly, his confidence came back. Not just in the boardroom but in the bedroom. His wife noticed it first, then his friends. Then Michael himself began to feel like himself again. This transformation wasn't magic, it was biology, supported by smart decisions and consistent effort. And it's absolutely possible for you too. Vitamin C and zinc together don't just support your health, they rebuild it. They're the first two stones in a strong, lasting foundation for vitality, intimacy, and independence after 60. But we're not done yet. Because while these nutrients are essential, there's another powerhouse mineral waiting just ahead. It plays a direct role in circulation, libido, and energy metabolism, and most men don't get nearly enough of it. Coming up next, we're diving into magnesium. If you thought vitamin C and zinc were vital, wait until you see what magnesium can do for your performance and longevity. Stick with us because what's coming next on Senior Health Boost may be the turning point you've been waiting for. Zinc can be a game changer, but only if it's done right. For most men, the safest and most effective way to start is with a simple daily oral supplement. A dose between 15 and 30 milligrams per day is usually enough to refill your reserves and restore balance. But not all forms of zinc are created equal. Zinc citrate and zinc picolinate offer superior absorption, giving your body what it actually needs to recover. Meanwhile, the more common zinc oxide, it barely absorbs at all, leaving you frustrated, fatigued, and wondering why nothing's changing. Now, if digestive issues are interfering with your ability to absorb nutrients, there's another route your doctor might suggest: intramuscular zinc injections. These bypass the gut entirely and deliver the mineral directly into your bloodstream, fast-tracking the healing process. That's exactly what helped Michael turn his life around. After a full medical workup, Michael followed an 8-week plan using 25 milligrams of zinc citrate each day. And week by week, the fog lifted. His lab results improved, his energy returned, and he began waking up with motivation he hadn't felt in years. But the most profound shift, his intimacy came back. The man who once avoided closeness and conversation with his wife was suddenly present, engaged, and emotionally connected again. Their marriage, once worn down by silence and frustration, found its spark. And that transformation didn't just heal his body, it brought back his sense of purpose. Zinc laid a powerful foundation. It revitalized his hormones, boosted his metabolism, and helped him reclaim his energy. But to keep that progress going, he needed one more essential piece of the puzzle: magnesium. Often called the master mineral, magnesium plays a crucial role in your entire system. Without it, even zinc and vitamin C struggle to work effectively. Magnesium stabilizes your heart rhythm. It supports blood flow and circulation. It keeps muscles strong and supple. And perhaps most importantly, it helps your body turn food into energy. Without enough of it, fatigue creeps in, motivation fades, and your entire system feels like it's running on empty. That's why magnesium is next on your vitality journey, and for men over 60, it may be the missing link you've overlooked for too long. Let me introduce you to David. At 65, David was the picture of discipline. A retired marathon runner, he followed the Mediterranean diet, exercised daily, avoided alcohol and smoking, and had perfect cholesterol, blood pressure, and glucose levels. By every traditional standard, he was thriving. But each morning told a different story. He woke up exhausted, his legs cramped without warning. And intimacy? It had become more of a chore than a connection. David was confused and frustrated. How could someone doing everything right feel so drained? A deeper test uncovered the truth: a severe magnesium deficiency. And here's what's shocking: his standard blood work didn't reveal it. It took a specialized micronutrient panel to see what was really going on. Sadly, David's story isn't unusual. Magnesium doesn't get the same spotlight as vitamins or fancy supplements, but it's working behind the scenes, quietly powering over 300 life-sustaining chemical reactions. And when it runs low, your whole body suffers. Muscles cramp, energy fades, metabolism slows, hormones misfire, even testosterone production takes a hit. Magnesium fuels the mitochondria, your cell's engines. It helps produce ATP, the energy currency your body needs to walk, talk, think, and perform. Without enough magnesium, even the cleanest diet or most dedicated exercise routine can feel like it's getting you nowhere. And as you age, your magnesium stores dwindle no matter how well you eat. Absorption drops, and common medications like diuretics or antacids further deplete your reserves. The consequences? Weakness, fatigue, and a decline in performance both in the gym and in the bedroom. Magnesium also helps regulate blood vessel function. It relaxes the smooth muscle tissue lining your arteries, promoting healthy blood flow. And this boost in circulation helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to your entire body, including the parts that matter most in your intimate life. In fact, a 2017 study linked magnesium deficiency to erectile dysfunction in older men, especially those with existing kidney or cardiovascular conditions. The connection is strong, and yet it's often ignored. So what can you do? Nature gives us plenty of magnesium-rich foods. Think spinach, Swiss chard, pumpkin seeds, almonds, lentils, whole grains, and fatty fish like salmon. Even dark chocolate in moderation can help boost your magnesium levels. But again, food alone may not be enough. For most men, the target intake is 400 to 420 milligrams of magnesium per day. However, if you're over 60 and dealing with absorption issues or years of digestion-related medication use, you may need more. That's where supplements come in. But just like with zinc, the form matters. Dr. Nana recommends magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, both well absorbed and gentle on your stomach. Steer clear of magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed and often ineffective at replenishing what your body really needs. Now let's return to David. After discovering his deficiency, I started him on a daily dose of 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate. He also began loading his plate with magnesium-rich foods. Spinach, almonds, lentils, and grilled salmon became regular staples in his routine. The results? Remarkable. Within 6 weeks, David's energy was back. His cramps disappeared. And most significantly, his confidence returned in the bedroom. He said he felt like a younger version of himself, not just physically but emotionally and mentally too. By the 3-month mark, David felt restored, stronger, sharper, more connected. And his story matches what the science tells us. Magnesium is a powerhouse for older men, helping to support strength, stamina, performance, and brain function. It's not just a sleep aid, it's a spark for your entire system. And when combined with zinc and vitamin C, it forms a trio that can completely reshape your health after 60 without relying on risky medications or expensive interventions. But there's still more. Because while zinc, vitamin C, and magnesium provide the foundation, there's another element that seals the deal: a natural, plant-based compound with surprising benefits for aging men. Coming up next, we'll explore this hidden hero, one that could unlock better circulation, stronger performance, and even healthier blood sugar and cholesterol levels. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned to Senior Health Boost, and if you've found these stories helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. We're just getting started. When it comes to rebuilding strength and performance after 60, magnesium and zinc are a powerful duo, especially when your diet has fallen short. Together, they do more than just fill nutritional gaps. They help balance hormones, reduce inflammation, and sharpen your mind. Add in vitamin C, and suddenly, the results don't just add up, they multiply. This is the science of nutrient synergy. You see, most men think tossing in a few isolated supplements here and there will do the trick. But that scattered approach often misses the mark. It's when you take certain nutrients together that real transformation begins. Vitamin C, zinc, and magnesium each play a distinct role in supporting your body. But when combined, they create a cascade of benefits far more powerful than any single vitamin can achieve alone. Your heart pumps more efficiently. Muscles bounce back faster. Your energy becomes more stable and your mental clarity noticeably improves. The best part? These improvements often show up not just in lab results but in how you feel day to day. That's exactly what happened with James. James is a retired 68-year-old teacher. After years of trying different vitamins, vitamin C 1 month, zinc the next, he still felt like a shadow of his former self. He told me, "I'm running at 60% of what I used to be." That changed when we introduced a full synergy protocol: 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 25 milligrams of zinc citrate, and 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate every day. Within 8 weeks, James was a new man. His energy soared, his brain fog cleared, and his physical strength began to return. He said it felt like reclaiming a decade of life. Let's break down what makes this combination so effective. Vitamin C isn't just about fighting colds. It boosts zinc absorption, protects magnesium from damage, and drives energy reactions inside your cells. It's the spark that keeps the other two nutrients functioning at full potential. Zinc on its own supports hormone balance and cellular repair. But pair it with vitamin C, and you unlock deeper benefits like collagen production and improved nutrient transport across cell walls. This means your body uses more of what you give it. Then comes magnesium, the quiet engine behind it all. Magnesium activates the enzymes that allow vitamin C to perform. It helps zinc build proteins and hormones, and it forms the very foundation of your energy system, ATP production. When magnesium levels are steady, you feel more capable, more alert, and more resilient under stress. Individually, these three are strong. Together, they're a complete system. And as Dr. Nana often says, for men over 60, that system becomes even more vital. Aging naturally makes it harder to absorb and use nutrients. Inflammation creeps in. Long-term medications can drain your mineral reserves without you even knowing. So building a targeted, synergistic foundation helps your body fight back. Vitamin C defends your cells from oxidative stress. Zinc supports testosterone and immune function. Magnesium powers your metabolism and repair processes. Together, they not only enhance physical performance, but they also improve mental focus, confidence, and emotional well-being. And in James' case, that renewed sense of vitality helped him feel like himself again. He wasn't just moving better, he was thinking clearer, sleeping deeper, and reconnecting with the things that once brought him joy. But despite all this potential, most men never experience these results. Why? Because of two simple but common mistakes. These are mistakes that drain your wallet and leave you discouraged. They keep you stuck, wondering why your supplements aren't working when the problem isn't you at all. Take William's story. William is 64, a seasoned accountant who approached his health with logic and care. He spent weeks researching, carefully choosing supplements based on labels, reviews, and claims. Every day, he took them like clockwork, waiting for that surge of energy or that mental clarity to finally return. But it didn't. 6 months passed, and nothing changed. He still woke up tired. His focus still lagged. And his confidence? It had started to fade. One evening, he looked at his wife and said with a sigh, "Maybe supplements just don't work for me." That moment stuck with me, because I've seen it too many times before. Smart, committed men trying hard but getting nowhere. Not because they didn't care, but because they made two avoidable mistakes. The first one? Choosing the wrong form of nutrients. William picked budget-friendly options with labels that looked impressive, but the ingredients inside told a different story. He chose plain ascorbic acid for vitamin C. While common, it can be tough on the stomach and lacks the plant-based compounds bioflavonoids that help vitamin C get absorbed into your cells where it matters most. And that was just one of the issues. In the next section, we'll walk through exactly what went wrong with William's choices, starting with the form of each vitamin and mineral and how you can avoid falling into the same traps. Because when you choose smarter, your supplements finally start working for you. If this video is helping you rethink your health after 60, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. And stay with us here at Senior Health Boost. Your journey to restored strength and clarity is just getting started. Let's pick up where William went wrong, starting with the actual forms of the nutrients he chose. Instead of using zinc citrate or zinc picolinate, the types your body actually absorbs, he grabbed zinc oxide. Unfortunately, zinc oxide barely slips through your gut wall. So even though it looked impressive on the label, it left his system with little to show for it. The same thing happened with his magnesium. He picked magnesium oxide, the cheapest and most common form, but also the least effective. Less than 4% of it gets absorbed. The rest often sends you rushing to the bathroom. What William needed was magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, far more absorbable and far easier on the stomach and nerves. And vitamin C. William relied on one big dose in the morning, expecting it to last all day. But here's the thing: vitamin C has a short half-life in your bloodstream. That means most of it is flushed out by the kidneys in just a few hours. His body didn't get the steady supply needed to support immunity, collagen, and antioxidant defenses. Had he used a buffered, sustained-release version or simply split the dose into 2 smaller servings, it could have made a world of difference. Then came another problem: interactions. William took his zinc with coffee and breakfast, thinking it was part of a healthy routine. But coffee's caffeine and the fiber in his meal actually blocked zinc absorption. On top of that, his breakfast cereal was high in calcium, which competed with magnesium in his gut, further weakening results. You can have all the right intentions, but if timing and absorption are off, you won't feel the full benefit. Let's break this down by numbers. Zinc oxide, only 5–15 is absorbed. Zinc citrate or picolinate, close to 30%. Magnesium oxide, less than 4%. Magnesium glycinate or citrate, nearly 30%. Buffered vitamin C with bioflavonoids or a sustained-release formula helps maintain stable blood levels, making your dose work harder longer. Bottom line, quality beats quantity. It's not just about what you take, it's about how you take it, when you take it, and how the ingredients interact inside your body. Supplementation isn't guesswork, it's science. And when you skip over those details, disappointment creeps in. You start doubting whether vitamins work at all. But it's not the nutrients that failed, it's the strategy behind using them. Now, even if you've chosen the right forms and mastered the timing, there's one more silent mistake that robs men over 60 of real results: inconsistency. William had already done most of the hard work. He researched ingredients, upgraded to better formulas, and even corrected his dosing schedule. But his routine fell apart where it matters most: sticking to it. During the work week, he took everything with breakfast. On weekends, he often skipped. Some nights, he tried to catch up with extra doses. And when traveling, his supplements often stayed buried in his suitcase. What many don't realize is that your body depends on a consistent supply of these nutrients to rebuild and repair. When your intake bounces around, blood levels fluctuate, and as they drop, so do your results. The strength and focus you felt on Monday can vanish by Thursday if your routine goes off track. Then the doubt creeps back and maybe these just don't work for me. But William wasn't doomed. He just needed a smarter plan. Here's what Dr. Nana recommended to help William lock in his gains and finally feel the energy, confidence, and clarity he'd been chasing. 1. Switch to superior forms buffered vitamin C with bioflavonoids, gentler on the stomach and longer lasting. Zinc citrate, not oxide so his body could actually use it. Magnesium glycinate, absorbable and easy on digestion. 2. Follow a smarter schedule. Vitamin C, split into 2 doses with meals morning and afternoon. This keeps your immune system supported throughout the day and helps maintain stable antioxidant levels. Zinc, taken before bed, on an empty stomach. This improves absorption and supports overnight repair and hormone balance. Magnesium, with dinner. It helps relax muscles, calm nerves, and prepare the body for restful sleep. By aligning the right forms with the right timing, William created a foundation his body could finally build on. But success came from one more step: building a consistent daily rhythm. Even the best supplement plan fails without habits to back it up. So Dr. Nana helped William create a schedule he could follow even while traveling. They used simple cues and routines. Supplements went into a pill organizer. One went in his travel bag. Alarms on his phone gave gentle reminders until the routine became automatic. Within weeks, William noticed something amazing. He wasn't just taking vitamins, he was feeling them. His mornings became sharper, his mood steadier, and his stamina no longer dipped. By noon, this wasn't luck. It was the result of consistency, strategy, and synergy working together. If you've struggled with supplements before, don't give up. It's rarely the product, it's the plan. And now, in the next section, Dr. Nana will show you how to build your own morning and evening routine, using the exact foods and timing that have helped men over 60 reclaim their strength, passion, and performance. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Senior Health Boost, and tap the bell so you never miss our newest expert-backed health tips. Your vitality is just getting started. Stay with us, we're about to dive into the daily routine that turns these nutrients into lasting change. By simply packing a small pill organizer, setting a couple of phone reminders, and linking each dose to an everyday habit like brushing his teeth, William completely transformed how he took his supplements. These simple changes turned what had been a scattered, hit-or-miss routine into a steady, predictable rhythm his body could finally depend on. And once he locked that in, the difference was undeniable. Within just 12 weeks, William's energy felt steady from sunrise to bedtime. The mental fog that had slowed him down began to lift, making everyday tasks like balancing his accounts or organizing his garage feel easier again. His physical stamina bounced back to levels he hadn't seen in well over a decade. What made the real difference wasn't just changing the supplements. It was the discipline of structure and consistency showing up for his health every single day that finally unlocked their full potential. The big takeaway: precision counts. This is the lesson I want you to remember long after this video ends. Intention alone won't get you there, precision will. Your body is like a high-performance engine. It doesn't just need the right fuel. It needs that fuel delivered at the right time, in the right amount, day after day. You wouldn't put premium gas in your car only once in a while and expect it to run like new. The same logic applies here. When you run your body on routine, you give it the stability it needs to repair, build, and thrive. And the payoff? It's worth every bit of effort. The core trio that makes the difference. Let's cement what you've learned today. Vitamin C helps power your immune system, supports collagen production, and keeps your energy steady by protecting other nutrients from oxidative stress. Zinc plays a vital role in your body's natural repair, hormonal balance, and immune defense. Magnesium restores your muscles, supports nervous system health, eases tension, and helps you sleep more deeply. Each of these on its own is valuable. But when you take them consistently and with purpose, they don't just add up, they multiply each other's benefits. That's the magic of nutrient synergy. More than just physical strength, there's the part many men overlook. These vitamins do more than fuel your body. They help you feel like you again, steady, capable, and engaged. They influence how you show up in your relationships, whether you have the energy to play with your grandkids, the patience to listen to your spouse at the end of a long day, or the focus to enjoy a round of golf without feeling drained. They also restore an emotional resilience that stress and fatigue can chip away at over time. When your body runs better, your mind follows, your confidence grows, your patience stretches, and your outlook shifts. I've watched countless men, many who believed their best years were behind them, find a spark they thought they'd lost forever. That spark didn't just transform their stamina, it gave them a renewed presence with the people who matter most. The choice is yours. Now comes the moment where you decide what happens next. You can take this knowledge and act on it starting today with one small, intentional step, or you can set it aside and let this moment pass. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. It is never too late. You have time to build strength. You have time to sharpen your focus. You have time to claim the vitality that's still yours. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start simple. Take that supplement with purpose. Step outside for a brisk 10-minute walk. Say yes to better energy, clearer thinking, and a future you can actually look forward to. You've already taken the first step by watching this video. You've made a choice to invest in yourself, and that matters. But knowledge is only potential power. It becomes real power when you use it. That means creating a plan you can stick to, staying consistent, and making your health a non-negotiable part of your daily life. If you do, you'll not only see changes in your body, you'll feel them in every part of your life. A personal challenge from me. Here's my challenge to you. Don't wait until someday. Don't wait until after the next holiday, or the next stressful week, or the next doctor's visit. Start now, today. Because a year from now, you could look back and thank yourself, or you could look back and wish you'd started sooner. Your turn to join the conversation. If this message resonated with you, here's what I'd like you to do. Give this video a like. That helps more men find the information that could change their health. Subscribe to Senior Health Boost so you never miss another tip, strategy, or story that can help you live stronger, longer. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or someone who could use a lift in their health and energy. And in the comments, tell me, what part of today's video spoke to you the most? Or what topic would you like me to cover next? I read every single comment. Your voice shapes the direction of this channel. You're not just a viewer here, you're part of a community. A community of men who are choosing to take control of their health, reclaim their vitality, and live life with more strength, purpose, and connection. Wherever you're watching from, whether it's a small town or a big city, know that you're not alone in this journey. Take care of yourself, take action today, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'm Dr. Nana, and this is Senior Health Boost. Stay strong, stay consistent, and remember your best days can still be ahead of you.